Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, guys. The game is over. The dust has settled, and the Niners take their second loss of the season. Boo-hoo. But, guys, we got a lot to talk about, and this is the Overreaction show, so expect a lot of hot takes, a lot of extremes, and man, oh man, are we going to get to it. Before I do, I have to go down through the formalities, so you guys bear with me, okay? Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, especially if this is your first time here on the YouTube channel, okay? It's very important. It helps other people find us. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so people know exactly when we're going live. We do impromptu videos for breaking news and important things like that, so make sure that is all turned on, okay? Give us a follow on Twitter and Snapchat as well. That is Nothing But 9 ERS. You see that right there at the bottom. Make sure you guys give us a follow over there. Nothing But 9 ERS. That is the same for Twitter as well as Snapchat. We have Instagram and we have Facebook with the same handles as well. Nothing But Niners. That is spelled all the way out. No spaces in between. No numbers in there. Make sure you guys check us out there. If you forget anything, you guys make sure you hit us up at the website. It's www.nothingbutniners.com. There's your one-stop shop for any and everything 49ers from us here at Nothing But Niners. Last but certainly not least, we have an email address. This is for you guys to email questions, comments, concerns, topics that you would like to hear discussed, or your game day photos, all right? You guys got to send us your pictures of you in your game day attire. Let us know what you're rocking, your cars, your pets, your children, whatever it is that you guys have got going on. Let us know. We love to see those pictures and put them up on the website. Send that email to nbniners@nothingbutniners.com. Guys, I am 49ers Mike _NFL. And listen, this was a rough one. It was a rough one, but it was a fun one and one that I feel like we can learn from. But I got to overreact, guys. And who else is better to join me right now than my man Tony? What's going on, Tony? How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? Everything was good up until that 6-minute mark in the fourth quarter when people decided to get cute.
We got cute. We were driving.
Yeah, no, you're right. We were driving, but you know what I'm trying to get at here, Mike.
What happened at the 6-minute mark?
The 4th and 1.
Oh, the pass. You didn't like that pass, huh? So, man, if the pass works, he's a genius. Pass doesn't work, we hate it.
I mean, obviously, yeah, but the problem is, all right, it's 4th and what, inches, I think it was. I don't even think it was a complete yard.
Yep.
Why would you put Jimmy back in shotgun?
Bro, I don't know.
At least have the threat that there could be a possible sneak to bring those second-level players up, and then Kyle could do play action and roll out the pocket, or even if no one's open, Jimmy could run for the first down. But he put him 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, sitting there, and he throws the ball and it gets batted down, not to mention almost picked off.
You know, I mean, it was kind of crazy, right? It was really rough, but man, I don't know. What do you? I mean, we can't say what would you have done instead, man. I mean, the game. Listen, we made excellent second half adjustments, right? I mean, we shut them down in the second half. We had our opportunities. We obviously didn't trust Robbie Gould, right? I mean, we went for it on how many fourth downs this game? This had to be the most. Had to be the most fourth downs that we tried to do, right? Robbie Gould was the issue. Now, he kicked that one, and I did see fingertips on it when I saw the replay. But do you think that there was other things there? Maybe the team didn't trust Robbie Gould or what? What do you think?
I think it could have been a little bit of everything. Weather, the conditions on the field, the ball soaking wet. It's a little bit heavier. I mean, listen, man, you don't know what their thought process is, but that just clearly showed that they did not trust him. Listen, Kyle Shanahan's a genius, man. I still love him, but his game plan in that second half was to keep Jackson on the bench. He did it all the way up until that point. I understand they were good with fourth downs, and what did they do the first time? They threw the ball downfield, okay? But if they missed it, it's still the first quarter. The second 4th and 1, what'd they do? Quarterback sneak up the middle. That worked.
Yeah.
Okay? The third 4th down attempt, what does he do? Jimmy in shotgun, launching the ball, batted down. It's situational football. You want the most highest percentage play to convert on that 4th and inches or 4th and 1 rather than the play that he ran in the first quarter. Now, was that a ballsy call? Absolutely. Were we all happy? Absolutely. If it didn't work, we still had an opportunity to win the game. But guess what? It backfired. And Kyle got beat at his own game plan in the second half. They kept our offense off the field.
Right. They were able to continue to convert first downs, keep our defense on the sideline. I mean, our offense on the sidelines. Now, if you listen to the pressers, Kyle did say that he wished he called a better passing play. He also said he wasn't aware that it was 4th and inches. He thought it was a full yard. So that made it a little bit different. Now, here's my thing. I still was not impressed with all that, man. I really wasn't impressed with the Ravens, bro.
I mean, listen, they're a good team, but are they what everyone hyped them to be? Offensively as a whole? Okay, but I mean, that individual player, Jackson, he's a phenomenal athlete. And if he gets that corner, it's very hard to catch him. And he will run you over. He won't go out of bounds. So, you know, you have to take all that in consideration when you look at the overall grade of that.
He's going to come crashing down back to reality, much like Patrick Mahomes and everyone else who runs this kind of offense with these dual threat quarterbacks, right? I mean, I'm not hating on him. I like the kid. I hope he does well. Don't get me wrong. And I hope that he can continue to improve. But 105 yards passing, that doesn't do it for me. 105 yards passing, that doesn't do it for me. Neither does 100 rushing yards exactly or something like that. I didn't think he was going to get the 100-yard mark for passing. I was off by 5, right? But this defense showed me a lot of something here. This defense showed me that it doesn't matter how big or how great the test is, we can rise to the occasion. And not only that, this defense also showed that they are a second-half defense. They make the right adjustments, and they go get busy, man. That second half, we shut them down. We absolutely shut them down. See my man Breezy is popping in here too. Let me get my man Breezy on here. What's up, Breezy?
Yo, what's good, baby? Hey, y'all better keep y'all energy up, yo. This was a tough loss, but great game. A lot of facts we gonna check. And I hate talking about, putting games in ref hands. But sometimes, man, I don't think the 49ers did that, but sometimes refs gotta get their calls right, man. They gotta get some stuff right. Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it.
Are you talking about the ball if it touched the goal line?
That was a touchback, bro. That was a touchback, bro.
You think so?
That was a touchback. Yo, when we get the game film and you slow that junk down frame by frame and you start seeing it hit, you see white come up, bro.
But that's on Shanahan to challenge that.
I don't think Shanahan wanted to waste another timeout. Dude, we had one timeout, bro. I'm trying to figure that out. What happened to our timeout?
We had an injury.
And then charges for the timeout for the injury. That's what happened.
And then we had to call the timeout because of the delay of game that was happening.
But why did we call a timeout for the delay of game if we took the delay of game penalty?
We didn't.
Yes, we did. We got a delay of game penalty, bro. It took us back. We had 1st and 10. It was 1st and 15.
I don't know, man. I thought that might be a separate one. I remember them calling.
We called one early in the third quarter. We called a timeout. I forgot what it was for. It was early in the third quarter. We ended up taking a delay game, and I think we had to take that because we had to use that timeout on the injury.
Yeah.
Or he would have called the timeout. That was
penalties killed us today, and I'm not even sure there were a ton of penalties. They just happened at like the worst possible time.
50 plus yards is a ton of penalties, bro. When the other team only got 17, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
But we know the deal with like that. Come on, these refs were one-sided as hell, man. They were really one-sided as hell. And when the dust settles and the smoke clears, here's my takeaway from this, right? The 49ers are still the best team in the league. And
absolutely.
And we still going to the bowl. Like, there's nobody out there that can mess with us, man.
Listen, Mike. Name one quarterback other than Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and potentially a Russell Wilson that can hang with this defense, bro. I promise you, if George Kittle played in that Seattle game, that Seattle game would have been a whole different turnout. I promise you that. Even if they would have took George Kittle away like they did here in Baltimore, somebody would have been open feasting. And that's big. That's huge for us. It's good to see Kittle back getting healthy. It sucks that they didn't utilize him more in this game. I thought Kyle would have had a better game plan for Kittle. I do know he was doubled a lot, but I saw him in a single coverage and what's name just didn't make the reads on him because he had to get the ball rid of the ball quick. They had Peters on Kittle the majority of the night, and Debo burnt Peters twice. So let's talk about that. Listen, there's a lot of good from this loss.
Oh yeah.
And the 49ers defense is the best defense in the league. Here's why. They only gave up 20 points to the Baltimore Ravens, who has been outscoring their opponents by 35 plus points since week 3. Okay? Now, they gave up 20 points. 3 of those points came at the end of the game, bro. At the end of the game. They held the Ravens to 0 points until 3 seconds left on the clock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And they stripped Lamar Jackson. Talk about Richard Sherman, boy. Y'all can talk about that man slow in the foot. What are you?
That wasn't Sherman.
That wasn't Sherman?
That was Harris.
I thought that was Sherman.
No, that was Harris.
That was Marcel Harris.
Oh, yeah. Tart went out and Harris did that.
Harris got cut them dreads, bro. He got cut them dreads.
So, look, let's talk about this comment that's on the screen here. They said losses on Kyle. He played it safe before halftime with bad clock management. Burns through timeouts like blunts. 4th and 1, Mostert. 4th and 1 with Mostert at 150 yards, and we passed the ball. Shout out to Green Mobster for the contribution and the comment here.
Burn through like blood.
I want to know what your thoughts are, man. Tell me, how much energy you put directly on Kyle Shanahan? I mean, what do you think? I'll be honest with you, man. At halftime, that clock management was concerning. It really, really was.
It was concerning. We were taking 30 seconds to run plays. It was less than 2 minutes. It was 1:58. We get the first down on the first play. It took us 30 seconds to get set back up. That told me that Kyle wasn't trying to go down there and score. Now, listen, guys, you gotta factor in the weather, guys. You gotta factor in the weather. Potential plays, guys get injured in this weather. It was bad out there, bro. You hear my voice is shot. It was horribly bad out there. The conditions were bad. And you know that the 49ers just aren't going to travel with the best cleats on board to play in this particular type of weather because they're an away team. I think that's what Kyle did. He said, hey, let me get my kicker in range. And the ball was just a little bit to the left. It was a little to the left.
I don't think he was trying to get the kicker in range. I'll be honest with you. The way that he was running those plays and calling those plays, I think that he was calling runs he didn't expect him to work. And most of it was just ghosting. And so he was like, oh, okay. Because if you really doing that, you're trying to drive down the score. Why wasn't he using those timeouts, bro? I could see if it was a first down and we only ran it for 3 yards and it's like, all right, we're not going to get there. You know what I mean? He was moving the ball. They were huddling. No 2-minute offense huddles, bro. They don't huddle when you're running 2-minute offense. I did not understand. I don't know. Like I said, I just don't think that he expected. I just don't think that he expected those plays that he was calling to be as successful as they were. And he was like, damn, like we could come on, man. That drive was going well. I feel like if he used those timeouts right, we had shots at the end zone if we wanted to.
I agree. But what if Jimmy would have threw a pick six? And then what if Jimmy like you gotta
Nah, you can't think like that, bro. You can't operate like that.
I hear you, but you gotta factor in the possible outcome if it turned bad, turnover, whatever. Like those are parts of the game. Me personally, I'm trying to go for a touchdown on the road any given chance I get. That's me personally. I'm quarterback sneaking on a 4th and 1 every single time. If I don't make that on a 4th and 1, then oh well. Opposed to throwing the ball and they intercepting it, or you dropping the pass or a fumble or a tip pass or whatever that can happen on a pass, I'm running it. Quarterback sneak. I'm showing the Tom Brady. I'm running it here. You stop me if you dare. Quarterback sneak. Lamar Jackson did it. He did it He did it every fourth down. He ran it. And all I'm saying is, hey man, I know that's not Jimmy G game, but all we needed to do was continue that drive. All we needed to do was continue that drive on that 4th and 1. Granted, the ball was tipped. Granted, he was trying to force it to Kittle. Granted, all the things that were bad on that play were bad. We still had a chance to win that game. It's just that our defense couldn't stop Lamar Jackson on third downs, man.
And just think if Robbie Gould made that kick. I mean, now that they said that was tipped, but imagine if he made that kick. You know what I mean? Like,
his ball was tipped. I didn't know it was tipped.
Yeah, they showed the replay.
The kick was tipped.
The guy's hands. You see the guy.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you can see it going off his fingers, man. But bro,
oh man,
let me tell you, man, Lamar Jackson ain't as impressive as people make him sound. I'm sorry.
OMG, you have fans talking about how great he looked. I said, great. I can't even pull up. I don't want to get off the screen. This dude had 105 yards running, 102 yards passing, and you call that great?
Yep.
What kind of standards do y'all live by, Ravens? Okay, is he fun and exciting to watch? Absolutely.
Exactly.
He's a one-read quarterback. He is no better, he is no different than Colin Kaepernick. He's no different. I'll give you he might have better skill sets than Colin Kaepernick because he ran a better offense coming out of Louisville. But he's running the same offense, bro. And after that strip by Harris, you ain't hear from Lamar Jackson for the rest of the game.
They shut him down after that, man. They were afraid of him. They
started giving up the run to Ingram. Yeah, man, it was tough. It was tough to watch, but man, listen, I am so grateful for this team. Like to be where we are. I know some thought we were going to be this great, but I don't think the majority of the fan base thought they were going to be this great. And the 49ers are a great team, yo. They are a great team.
Let's overreact, man. Let's be extreme here. All right? Are the Niners going to lose the rest of these games?
Hell no. What kind of question is that?
Come on, man. Look.
You asking me?
Hey, look, we got to overreact. That's what the show is about. We got to be extreme.
They going on the road to play the New Orleans Saints. Okay? I don't care how hard y'all say it is to play in Nolans. They almost won that Super Bowl there in 2013, right? And they playing another pocket passing quarterback, man. If you like, I can't say that they're gonna lose that game. I just don't see it. Now, I can't discredit the best receiver in the NFL. What do the 49ers do to great receivers? Ask me, there was one receiver that had one catch for some yards today. One. All the balls went to the tight end. Why? Because Warner couldn't figure out he kept biting on the run. So when the pass happened, he got caught. That's what Lamar Jackson does to defenses. He makes you bite on his run playability to when he does drop back and hold that ball. Oh my God, when you try to get back, he just floats it over the top. And if Warner was in position, that ball is an interception. I'm talking about the first touchdown to Andrews. That ball would have been picked.
I know exactly what play you're talking about. Yep.
And if Akella Witherspoon was playing over the top, but he's not a safety. But if they had the safety over the top, that should have been a pick six.
Yes,
you saw how Jimmy Ward played that safety on Mark Andrews? God dang, did you see Jimmy Ward ups? That dude out-jumped the whole ball.
I've never seen a little dude get up like that before, man.
Dude, he like 5'8". He out-jumped like the ball, the receiver, him. He out-jumped everything. He out-jumped it so good they couldn't call pass interference.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, look, there was so much to take away from this game. At the end of the game, I don't remember if it was 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, and our whole defense is lined up, and we're getting ready to get this stop right at the last drive, and Richard Sherman starts going crazy. He moved. It was a false start.
They didn't call it, yo.
Do you remember that play or no?
Yeah, they didn't call it though.
They also didn't show a replay on TV, and I didn't see it.
You wonder why they didn't show a replay because the refs listen, man. I don't know why the NFL hates the 49ers organization. I don't know what Eddie DeBartolo did to the NFL back in the 90s, yo. Whatever he did, he hurt them really bad. Same thing, and I hate the Cowboys, but the same thing with Jerry Jones. They did something to the NFL to where the NFL just won't let them be great, and they got to go out and earn it or take it from them. The refs should have called that. He did move. But that discombobulated the whole defense, yo, and we couldn't get the stop.
It's all good. Hey, man, like I said, we need a new offensive coordinator. Kyle Shanahan needs an assistant. He needs somebody to help him with clock management. We need a new quarterback. We need a new everything because this team was just not good enough today, and we got to overreact, man. We have to overreact.
Hey, look, we did lose the game, okay? And I don't take losses well. And there's no moral victories in football. Not coming from Wayne Patrick, not from the Breezy. I don't do the moral victory thing. I ain't giving everybody no trophy. F that. I heard Kyle Shanahan say what he said on that podium, but you better man up and hold your players accountable. They're supposed to go out there every week and take that game. I don't care if they're on the road. That's why this week right here, the must-win game, the must-win game, the game that they must win, yeah, it's going to be a totally different outcome, yo. So,
all right.
Go ahead.
All right.
I'm not overreacting enough. I'm trying to get.
No.
That's get in there.
Cool. That's cool because I know. Listen, it's hard to be phony, right? Like you got to say how you feel. You got to say how you feel. I think better weather changes this game, but both teams play in the weather.
Let's overreact. Let's overreact, Mike. I got you, baby. Hey, T, come raw. Hey, you running too raw, bro. You gotta harden up or something, bro. Them 1 or 2 yard gains ain't gonna cut it because most of them try to take your spot, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, tag that cat in this video because if he don't man up, guess what he could do? He could sit his butt down. He could sit down. I'm saying it. Because I'm your biggest supporter, bro. Biggest. You could sit your raw behind down. You let Moulton come in there and give me some Jeff Wilson Jr. because you that was unacceptable. I don't know if it's play calls, the inside runs. You better get to the zone scheme. You gotta do better, baby. You gotta do better. Offensive line, pass protection. Gotta do better. Jimmy Garoppolo should not be getting touched in the beginning of that game.
Uh-oh.
And you let him get that ball out.
There you go. Yeah, man. You know, all kinds of trouble and turmoil, man. You know, look, the 49ers got penalty problems. Oh my God, we got to be leading the league in penalties now. I'm overreacting, guys. I'm really, really overreacting. Okay, we got to be leading the league in penalties. Jimmy Garoppolo has ball control issues. He fumbles the ball every time he drops back. He holds on to the ball too long. Our kicker sucks. Our clock management sucks. Why do they even give us timeouts if we're not going to use them? Like, this team is horrible. We've been a fake this whole time. It's the most phony, the most fakest 10-2 team I've ever seen in my life. Haven't played anybody. When they do play the big boys, they lose. This team is trash. Did I overreact enough, everybody? I don't know what Tony is doing over there. My man is playing peekaboo with the viewers, bro. I don't know what
red light special going on over there, yo. Tony, you muted, brother.
Hey, Tony, you put yourself on mute. He got to take himself off of mute.
You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
What's up? What's up, Wayne?
What's good, broski?
What are you
Wayne,
doing,
I
bro?
ask you, being that you were at the game, that fourth down pass that was batted down, who was it intended for, do you think?
That pass was definitely intended for George Kittle. It was all. That was the Kittle pass. That ball actually, thank you. That was pass interference. So we would have had a first down. They would have had to throw the flag because that pass, Earl Thomas got on Kittle. Earl Thomas jumped on Kittle's back. That would have been pass interference. All the boy had to do was not get tipped. That would have been pass interference. I think Kittle would have caught that pass, but that would have been pass interference. But if you ask me, should we have passed the ball? Hell no. It's 4th and 1, baby. Hey, man, quarterback sneak. Be creative. Do a wide receiver, something. I don't know. But that pass right there, it's like you pass the ball, you stop the clock, you turn over on down, momentum shifts, you give the ball back, and I guess you thought with 4 minutes left, you're going to be able to stop them. But then they went Lamar Jackson mode, yo. They just went to, let me get the ball to a 3rd and short. I'm going to run it up the middle through 2-3 yards each and every time and get my kicker in field goal position. And Lamar Jackson did what he had to do. So kudos to them. But I'll tell you what, they won't beat us again. I can tell you that.
No, but I mean, I don't know if you heard earlier, and I was kind of, I mean, listen, I love Kyle. I'm glad he's our coach. But that was definitely not the right play call. You had a running back that's busting gaps open for averaging, 8 yards a carry. I understand, 4th and inches, it's tough when you're facing a stacked box, but there's so many other options that you could do. I mean, he could have been under center, took the snap, and did a quarterback sneak, which was successful earlier. He could have handed it off to Juszczyk on a fullback dive. He could have handed it to the tailback following the fullback. He could have play action and booted out of the pocket, and if the pass wasn't there, he could have ran for a first down.
That's what I thought they were doing, Tony. I thought that's what the call was going to be.
He had 2 options to get the first down. If that pass wasn't there, he tucks the ball under, drops his head, and he dives for that first down. Listen, this is serious competition football. Now, I know you guys, when I said this, you guys were like, oh, you're crazy. We just went from the 1st seed to the 5th seed, possibly the 6th seed. Okay? Just from this loss.
We're not in the 5th seed, bro. We still in first. We still in first place, man. Our record is still better than the Seahawks right now. And granted, if they lose, we definitely gonna be in first. And if they win, they just own the tiebreaker. That's all. Hey, listen, man. Look, I get what you're saying. I promise you, me and your brain be thinking alike, because I told my wife that Jimmy needs to bootleg this play out to the left. I said it. The left was wide open. And then he dropped back and did that pass. And I didn't understand it. I still won't understand it, but I think it was open. It's just that their defensive lineman made a play. He made a play. That's what it was. He made a play. And I don't understand why they don't use Jeff Wilson Jr. on short down runs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 4th and 1. This dude bulldozes in the end zone for touchdowns. No, he didn't get no carry. Why don't you dress him if he's not going to play? This boy won you a game. He deserves 1 snap, at least, minimum.
Yeah.
So I'm overreacting.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Tony. What were you about to say?
I feel like Kyle just got cute on that play, and it cost him. And we talked about this in the pregame show. Kyle's got a game plan. Part of it's run game, part of it's execution, part of it's play action pass, but the other part of it, and I said this to you earlier, Mike, I just want to tell Wayne, the other part of it was keeping that guy on the bench. And that 4th and inches was a golden opportunity to seal that game and put it away. And he got cute. And you could tell by his reaction in the press conference. I saw a 20-second clip when I asked him about that 4th down play, saying he wished he chose a better passing play. You saw the look on his face. He got defensive. He knew that was not the right thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when do you guys think Jimmy gets a green light then? When does Jimmy get the green light to run the offense, bro? I mean, I know he's still young. I know he's still new. But when does Jimmy get up to the line, read the defense, and it calls an audible? Never. It's not going to ever happen in this offense, because he has to be able to read the defense. He has to be able to count the number of men that's going to drop back into coverage, call out the Mike linebacker coverage, do what he got to do, switch that play up. He could have easily ran a stretch play to the outside. There was nobody on the outside in the zone. There was no one. He could have easily ran a bootleg to the outside. There was so many plays that Jimmy could have called as an audible. But my question is, does he not have that pass with Kyle yet? Like, is it not there?
I think he does, and I think he does not. It's 50-50, because if you look back to some of the pre-games that, under Kyle Shanahan, if you ever hear him say can, he's switching to a play. Because they called 90% of the times they call 2 plays in a huddle.
Right.
So it'll be one a pass, or one will be a run, or one will be a run right, one will be a run left, one will be pass right, whatever. And if you see Jimmy walk up to the line of scrimmage and call can and scream out can, he's switching to the opposite play. But I don't think Kyle gives him the ability in a situation like that to control the offense. Kyle called the play. That's the play he's got to run. And I don't even think Matt Ryan was able to change plays.
Right. No, I don't think so. That was a big debate in Green Bay when, the coordinator, when LaFleur went over there. And that was the whole thing, because Aaron Rodgers liked to have his freedom at the line, but they weren't trying to hear that over there, not with this system. See, this system is about setting up dominoes. It's not one play. We're not calling random plays. It's setting things up So that way, when you knock it down, it all makes sense. And so that's why I don't think that they can just say, all right, let's run this play instead. With that being said, I gotta go back and be honest with everybody, man. I still think that we're the best team in the NFL. I still think, hey, look, man, I don't think there's anybody that wants to see these 49ers, bro. They got the W. That's cool. Salute to them. God bless, right? Y'all got the win. But, man, let me tell you, they don't want to play us again. They don't. They don't want to play us again. The Saints, they don't want these problems, man. They don't want these problems, man. Teams can't pass on us. It's hard to run on us. And if you're a stationary quarterback, they're shutting you down. They are shutting you down, man. It's real. It's real. It really, really is, bro. I don't have a whole lot to say on today's game. I know we lost and all that, but I'm not down. I love Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Jimmy had a hell of a game out there today. I think that he started out the first 2 drives, hold on to the ball a little bit too long. I kind of felt like that fumble was coming. You know what I'm saying? Like he was stepping up in the pocket and it was tight. That pocket was tight today. And he was in there wiggling. He wiggling around and all. I'm like, Jimmy, throw the ball. Jimmy, please throw the ball. Jimmy, please throw the ball. And when he did throw it, he was all right. He was all right. You know what I'm saying? So I like what I saw from Jimmy today. I love what I saw from the run game. It was great to see. Oh my God, they blocked the hell out of that kid. It was great to see in-game adjustments being made.
Yes.
It was awesome to see Shanahan realize, hey, look, Coleman's not getting it done. You know, it was great to see him realize Coleman not getting it done. We gotta go with the hot hand. We got to go with somebody else. He put Jeff Wilson in there, and Jeff Wilson went crazy. He went crazy today. So I like that also. I like the play calls on the defensive side of the ball. I think that they made great adjustments. I don't know. I didn't track it, but did Lamar Jackson have 5 carries in the second half? I'm willing to bet that he didn't have 20 yards in the second half.
Yeah, I can't look it up, but I don't think he did. I really don't. He legit stopped running as much. Mark Ingram took over of the running for the offense. I'm not even sure if Ingram had 100 yards rushing. If he did, he was chipping away at it, the majority. I know he had 49 going into the third quarter, but once they figured out how to stop Jackson, like the fans were like in shock. Like that's how the stadium was until the end of the game. They were in shock.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He makes some incredible runs. He makes some sidearm throws and all that stuff. But down the field, he was wildly inaccurate and all that stuff. He's got a long way to go. He's got a lot of improving to do. Like I said, they got the W. I'm going to give them their kudos and their credit for that, right? Good job. But let me tell you, man, I just don't think that this is – I think if they don't do playoffs here, but in the series, they don't beat us. They don't beat us in the series.
Oh,
you know, this was their Sunday. This was in their house. They definitely got it this Sunday, but man, oh man, they don't get it all the time. And this question here from Bob Sacamano. Hopefully, I said that right. If you're mad at the fourth quarter, 4th and 1, you gotta be mad about the 4th and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, right?
But the first quarter is a little different because the first quarter is at the beginning of the game,
exactly.
And you're gonna take that gamble. The 4th and 1 at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta do this to survive. Like you got to. We don't get that 4th and 2. Oh well, you guys got the ball, and we just gonna come out there and play defense. But like when the adversity happens on that 4th and 1, and you miss that joint, and now you're forced to get the ball back for your offense to score, or you're forcing the pressure on your defense to make a play. Usually that's when mistakes happen. There's a penalty on that play. Those 2 roughing the passer penalties were the most bullcrap penalties I've ever seen in my entire life. They hit Lamar Jackson in the hip, and they called roughing the passer, bro. And it wasn't late. It was in the hip. It was like while he was throwing the ball, hit to the hip, roughing the passer. These are on 3rd downs, guys. 3rd down, 3rd and outs, guys. 3 and outs. So the 49ers, they always find a way to beat themselves, right? They outwit themselves every single game. Sometimes the majority of the games, they end in victory. But they gotta stop making the silly penalties week in and week out.
Especially on the offensive side of the ball, bro.
Especially a delayed game is unacceptable, yo. I'm not even talking about holding. That's going to happen every game. But the delayed game can never happen. Ever. That can't happen. It can't happen. And it almost happened twice. But it happened once only because of the timeout, the game management. Let's see so when people want to blame Kyle, Kyle's the game, he's the game, Kyle's the manager of the game. He's gotta do better. And if you gotta use that timeout rather than take that penalty, I guess you gotta do what you got because you still got the 2-minute warning in your pocket. And that was what was unfortunate. The injury was what hurt us. I forgot who got injured. It wasn't Tart that injury that it was Tart's injury that caused time. That's what took them so long. Okay.
Oh, wait. You mean the second half?
I'm talking about in the second half when that timeout happened.
I know Richard Sherman got hurt for a while, but he got on the field in time. Really quick, that was such a savvy thing to do. He hurt his leg while getting blocked. He hopped on one foot and he knew he was hurt and went straight to the sideline and passed out. Like then he laid down because he knew that the team was already short on timeouts. He is such a cerebral player, man. It's incredible. It is incredible, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm trying to think of other injuries. I don't think anybody. DJ Jones had an injury.
Yeah, he ankle.
That was
there you go. That was in the third quarter. So it might have been that. I don't know what it was. Something caused us to use an extra timeout. And I can't remember which one it was. But we only had one with like 8 minutes left. Like, that's bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's horrible.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of time.
It did, man. You know, this team, I don't know, man. I mean, I think this is I don't know how to say it.
Man, let me name these quarterbacks for you real quick. Drew Brees, check. Matt Ryan, check. Jared Goff, check. And Russell Wilson, check. Look, them the quarterbacks we got to face. 4 out of the 5 quarterbacks play in the pocket, or however many quarterbacks I name. I don't know how to count anymore. But some of them quarterbacks, majority of them quarterbacks like to play in the pocket. Can they get outside the pocket? Yeah, but guess who they can't outrun outside the pocket? Our ends. Oh, how could I keep forgetting D Ford was missing? Do you guys not know that D Ford was missing, guys? D Ford didn't play, guys.
D Ford did not get a single snap today, man. Not that he didn't get a snap, he just wasn't active. D Ford
just wasn't active.
Yeah.
And when DJ Jones went out, there came your runs up the middle. There came the Mark Ingram. Boom, 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 boom. They were shutting that. They were taking away the heart, bro. I'm trying to tell you. 49ers had a game plan, yo.
And we gave them points, man. We gave them points. That fumble and then the field goal, blessed by between penalties and that turnover. You know how different this game is, bro? We shut them down, man. I'm sorry. Look, you're not going to stop him from running, right? He's going to get his because that's part of their offense. That's what they do. That's their game plan. You're not going to stop him from moving the ball sometimes. That's going to happen. But what you are going to do, look at this guy.
Hey.
Come on, man. You all pushing me. You crazy looking, man.
Get out of here.
Hey, man. They do, man. That's why I can't take him serious when he got that joint on. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like, look, this game, like I said, they won. They had some help from us, from the officiating.
Right.
The Niners hurt themselves. There's a lot of stuff that went the wrong way, and they still got it just by that much at the very last second. Man, this team is scary.
These are the teams they calling the best in the NFL, yo. Winning by the skin of their teeth against the best in the NFL. Look, man.
Yes, sir.
We didn't get blown out. Matter of fact, let me tell you something, yo. Let me tell you something, yo. You mentioned that turnover, bro. That turnover shifted the whole mentality, the whole gear of this game, yo. Had Jimmy G not fumbled that pass and just took the sack or some whatever, the ball not popped out or whatever, we would have punted the ball away, whatever. Cool. But the fact that the ball came out, they recovered the ball, the momentum shifted, and then we came right back down and scored a touchdown. Like, that's that resiliency I'm talking about, bro. That's why I'm never worried. I only worried when it was 8 minutes left, and I'm like, yo, we got to run all this clock down to 1 minute and 40 seconds and then kick a field goal. I wasn't even trying to score a touchdown. I was like, yo, let's just kick a field goal with 8 minutes left and then let him come out here and try to beat us with no timeouts. It went the exact opposite. It went the exact opposite of what I thought was going to happen. Exact opposite. So, granted, the Ravens went out, did what they had to do. They won at home. They did what they were supposed to do. But if they don't respect the 49ers, if Earl Thomas don't respect the 49ers, I can guarantee you the 49ers are going to circle that February date on their calendar, and they're going to do whatever they got to do to make sure that the Ravens are playing in that game. And they're going to punch. Ain't going to be no lights out, no blackout, no Beyonce performing. Ain't going to be none of that. Them cats are going, I'm telling you right now, Richard Sherman going to play with a crazy chip on his shoulder. Crazy chip. And shout out to Keller Witherspoon, yo, who came in there. Shout out to Fred Warren for tipping down that pass.
Let's
like,
go.
golly, the defense is crazy. Like, it was a dive tip pass breakup, yo. These guys are balling on a whole nother level, man. And they were trying to force Lamar Jackson to throw. That's exactly what the game plan was. Make this cat throw the ball. And when he did, incomplete, catch, incomplete, catch, incomplete, run. That's all Lamar Jackson can do. It got so boring. I said to the fans, man, if I could cut off his legs and put other legs on him that don't run, this guy would be mediocre. You would have his head on a stake. You would want him out of Baltimore. Blah. Funny how the tables are different. in the NFL. Teams will kill for Lamar Jackson, but don't want to let Colin Kaepernick play it down in the NFL because he was trash or because he knelt for whatever. Man, Lamar Jackson, again, I will say it. He tried to read the field with 7 back. He was inconsistent.
Yes, sir.
He can't read the field.
Yes, sir.
He cannot.
Yes,
Sounds
sir.
like somebody we knew.
I mean, hey, somebody else we knew had a nice deep ball, though. At least he could deliver deep.
He did.
Come on
he
now.
did have a deep ball.
Come on now.
He did have a deep pass with touch.
Hey, man, look. Niners, stop. I really do think this team is good. I think it's going to be a great loss. And what I mean by that, they're going to learn a lot about themselves from this game. When they self-reflect, when they self-assess, they're going to really be like, damn, like this was on us. This one was on us. You know what I'm saying? We heard them talking about that with the Seahawks game. You know, that when they went back and did the pressures and all that later on, they talked about how they beat themselves. It's the same story this time too. Let me see if we can get Tony back on here. I see Tony popped in. I saw Nick pop up earlier, but I never loaded.
Yeah, Nick probably got to wait till he get back to his hotel room, yo.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad game at all, man. I mean, we lost. All right, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna sting a little bit. But let me tell y'all, man, 14-2 or 12-3. I mean, 13. Goddamn, 14-2 or 13-3.
Ain't nothing you could complain about, bro. Nothing.
Right.
You're right. Nothing you could complain about, yo.
You're right.
All I ask, Tony, is for Kyle Shanahan to have some motherfucking balls and keep his balls rock hard and keep putting the gas on the pedal on the metal, yo. He had a fix for this defense, yo. And then there was a couple of plays he ran, I think it was with Coleman, that was just getting stopped. And then we were forced to throw a 3rd and 7 and whatever. It just wasn't working in the beginning. But then once he made the switch to Mostert, you saw the run game start popping off. So does Kyle got to do better with play calling? Absolutely. Does the team got to do better? Absolutely. They need to go back, reflect, reassess, and be better for the next team.
But let me tell you about the play calling. Those runs up the middle were to set things up because that big play play by Debo.
Yeah.
The reason that play was successful because that whole defense ran right to the middle of the field when we faked that handoff, and then the whole left sideline was wide open for him. You know, like those things, like that kind of stuff. That's not what bothers me. That's not the stuff that bothers me. I wish that Shanahan had more faith in his guys right before we were going into halftime. I think that's the biggest complaint that I have right there is that clock management during that section right there. And there's no guarantee we get points or anything like that. I'm not saying that we would have won the game if we had done anything there. I'm not saying that we could have got closer or anything. We could have turned the ball over like you said. But I would like to see him show some signs of faith that, he was just happy to go into halftime with the score the way it was.
Right.
And
you can't have that mentality going down into the trenches, man.
Exactly.
You can't have that mentality, hey, man, we going to war, but let's just come home with, all the guys or whatever. No, man, it's a war, man.
Yeah, you got to win that.
Like, you got to win. No ifs, ands, or buts. Ain't going to be no second chances, in war, man. You got to go out there and leave it all out on the field each and every Sunday. And like I said, we could blame Kyle. I like to revolt back to the players. They got to stop making silly penalties, man. They got to stop making silly penalties. And they got to be better.
Does anybody know how many touches Mostert got in the second half? We got a question here from Andre Moore. I can count it up really quick. I can look at the drives. Let me see if they have it in the play-by-play. Let me see if I go to the second half really quick. Timeout, San Francisco. End of second quarter. All right. So that's the Ravens. Here are the Niners. Mostert.
Sad.
That's 5. Mostert, that's 6. Because I know they came out feeding him, and he was eating too.
He was eating.
That was 6. It seems like that's it. Hold on. Is that it? That's them. All right, Mostert again. It's 8. All right, he got 8 in the second quarter. The third quarter. Now in the fourth, here's 1 for Mostert. 2 for Mostert. 3 for Mostert. 4 for Mostert. 5 for Mostert. And that was it. So what was that? 6 and 5. He got 11 carries. Carries, which is good though, because you got to remember that when the game was over, he didn't have a ton of carries. He only had 19 carries. So they knew that he was the guy, and they were feeding him more. I would have liked a little bit more, but yeah, he had 11 carries in the second half.
I felt like this could have been a 20-yard carry attempt from Mostert today. He deserved it. He earned it. But can we flip the switch and talk about why is Richie James not being utilized?
Tony, you want to touch on that?
He came in the game. I'm like, oh, they about to run this crazy dope play, and he was just a decoy.
I don't know why. I really don't know why. Marquise Goodwin was dressed, and you didn't even see him once. But I don't know, because when he went empty backfield spread, it was with the tight end and the fullback. So it was tight end, fullback, tailback with 2 wide receivers. So they didn't even bring multiple receivers in. And another thing what I don't understand was 2 catches for Kittle.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
That's because they used Kittle more as a blocker today, man. Kittle was blocking his ass off today, bro.
Oh, no doubt. But like in crunch time, I don't know.
But see, in crunch time, they went to him. The biggest play of the game was that shotgun play where they tried to throw it to him. It was the biggest play. You go to your biggest player, your star, and then what happens? It was tipped.
Yeah, but not on a 4th and inches play, Mike.
What do you mean not on the 4th? Yeah, that's the exact play I'm talking about. Similar.
No, I'm saying that play call, not on that situation football. You don't want to. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I would never have called that play, because they clearly know you're passing the ball and there's no threat to run.
Yeah, I do think that it was. I think it was a little telling. You kind of showed your cards a little bit, because from that formation, you're not doing certain things. You're not going to run the ball from that far back, so you kind of let them know what was coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any other thoughts that you guys want to get off of your chest concerning this game?
I just want to say, I think Brunskill played a great game.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I think. You can hear no negative about him. He was pretty solid in pass protection. The run blocking, it's hard because the camera follows the running back. But I thought he did pretty decent, man.
Yeah. The offensive line, I mean, there were some issues. There were really some issues, but I think they worked them out early. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the offensive line was bad all game long or anything like that. Early on, I saw some things that I was a little concerned with, but then it seemed like we settled down on the offensive line afterwards. So,
Yeah.
So do you guys think that that Brunskill is going to start over Joe Staley next week if Staley's ready to return?
I don't know.
He'll have to go up against Cameron Jordan or DeMar Davenport. Yeah.
Y'all don't want my opinion on that. I'm gonna be quiet. I want people to continue to watch the show. So,
okay. So tune in, next Wednesday, next Tuesday to find out Mike's take.
Are you gonna make me then? No, I mean, it's like if Staley's ready, then fine. That's it. That's my answer.
So you mean like, let's define ready, because you mean like ready by your football standards ready, or ready as in clear with the trainer staff, doctors ready? Which ready?
No. If Joe Staley is ready to play football, let him play football. Not if he's healthy. If he's ready to play football, let him play football. But just like y'all did with school, if he getting work,
he gotta come out.
Yeah, y'all did it today with Coleman. Y'all did it with school last week, and I like it. Make these guys play team ball. Make them play team ball. If you think he gives us the best shot, you want to put him in there, that's fine. But if you see he's getting work, hey, Joe, man, this is an important game. Sorry. We can't keep you out there because of your ego. Sorry.
Right. I mean, just take a seat, man, and collect that money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
What is happening in this Rams and Arizona? Every time I turn my head, the Rams are scoring another touchdown.
Who are they playing?
It's another interception. It's going to be a pick six. Tell me this is a highlight. God, please tell me it's a highlight. No, that just happened now. They just scored another touchdown.
The Rams trying to get that wild card spot, bro.
It's 34-0.
Wow, the Rams
they're not even halfway through the third quarter.
Oh, they're going to be like, the 49ers only beat the Cardinals by 3 points twice, and the Rams blow them out. But the 49ers beat the Rams.
Yeah, man. Oh, boy. All right, Tony, man, what do you think on Joe Staley? We putting him in there, or are we going to let Brunskill hold it down?
If they feel he's ready to go, they're going to put him in. But I agree with you 100%. If he's not there, he's got to sit down.
Yeah, we're going to have to do like the Sandman, sweep him off the stage, bro.
It's not about the individual now. It's about the team. So,
hey, Sin put an interesting comment in here. She said, I think they need to stop playing Coleman. Now, Tony, I texted you during the game. I said, Coleman ain't it. Right? And that was after he made that nice catch. Right?
Yeah.
So I got to get your opinion, man. It seems like they're just trying to force feed Coleman. They want him to be the guy. What are your guys' honest opinions on Tevin Coleman?
Listen, I like Coleman, and I like his talent. But for some reason, it's just not clicking right now. I mean, he made that one phenomenal catch for, I think, 12 yards. But pretty much after that, I mean, it was 2-3 yard gains here, there. I think he's probably the best pass protector out of any of the backs that we have. That could be a reason why they're trying to keep him on the field. But, I mean, perfect example, they went with Wilson on that quarterback sack fumble. The whole line shifted its protection to the left, and Wilson went to the right to pick up the LOS, the last man on the line of scrimmage, and he lunged and he whiffed. So, I mean, you gotta pick your poison, man. You want the pass pro guy, You want the better runner. You want the better receiver. That's the problem when you're doing a running back by committee and you don't have a true well-rounded back. I'm not saying we need to invest in a well-rounded back because I don't think Jerick McKinnon could be that either.
Right.
But it's tough, and I agree with Kyle's theory in going with the hot hand, and I don't know why he went away from it in the latter part of the game.
Yeah.
Could you imagine having an explosive running back, just one guy, and then a backup? Could you imagine? First of all, that'll free up some space for other positions, and that would change a heavy dynamic. Could you imagine having a runner? Try to think of that. What's that kid that played for Ohio State that killed my Michigan Wolverines yesterday? That boy run hard, man. I can't think of his name. All I know is he was running hard. Be crazy if Winston drafts a running back. I don't think he will, but it just will be crazy if he changes up the narrative. Because that's the one thing that you have to do each year. You have to change up your narrative. The Patriots do it all the time, and that's why they stay contending in the Super Bowl. One year they want run type of offense, they spread you out. Next year they bring in 3 tight ends. The year after that, they got 15 running backs. The year after that, they focus on the defense. Like it's consistently changing. The only thing they try, and then they always get rid of pieces, and they find ways to continue success. I believe the 49ers are building a dynasty, and it's going to be really hard to knock these 49ers out of the dynasty once it's built and complete to its liking, the other teams or whatever, but this 49ers team is going to be something special for years to come. Young team, young linebackers, majority of the young secondary minus Uncle Sherm. Like this is going to be it's going to be fun to watch for the next probably decade.
Absolutely. You mentioned the young linebackers and everything. And shout out to Fred. Fred Warner's been balling lately, man. There was like I said, there was a lot of good in this game, man. I like seeing Bourne be clutch today. I don't think he had any drops. I know that's been the hot take on Bourne.
Zero drops.
Yep. I love seeing Moser get his today. There's some positives I want to just touch on before we get out of here because I got an emergency phone call I got to make. So I got to wrap this thing up. I'm sorry for cutting it short. But respect to the offensive lineman that held us down. George Kittle's blocking today was pretty incredible. Who else on the offensive side of the ball that I was impressed with? Sanders made some crazy catches today. He was just all over the place. You know what I mean? He was good. Tony's getting compliments on his ear. There in the comments they said nice ear, Tony. So that's another. Oh my God, is that another interception? Jesus.
Not by the Rams. They just.
Bro, the Rams just accepted the ball again.
Sean McVay putting a burger on them cats.
I don't understand what I'm watching right. What is happening in this game? Oh, they called a roughing the passer penalty. He's coming back. Anyway, what else? I gave shout outs to Raheem Mostert. Who else? Oh, Debo. I wish we went to Debo a little bit more today. I wanted to see him get involved a little bit more.
That touchdown was amazing.
Yeah. The way to fight through and use his body over Peters in that play, that was great. That was really, really good.
By the way.
What was that?
It should have been a pass interference call, by the way.
Yeah, that was a missed call. They didn't throw a flag on it, but he caught it. Had he not caught that and they didn't throw a penalty, oh man, that would have been big. I think Shanahan would have challenged that one though. I do think he would have challenged that one. What else? All right, on the defensive side of the ball, DeForest Buckner with the only sack of the day. DeForest Buckner has a good motor, man. He runs hard every single play, bro. I can't say enough good things about DeForest Buckner. Eric Armstead. I like watching Eric Armstead hit the running back every time he didn't have the ball today. Even if you don't have the ball, you want to act like you do, you're going to feel it. And Eric Armstead was just blasting those running backs every single time. And Edwards and Ingram. He was hitting them hard every time in the backfield. I loved it. Let them know that, look, y'all not just going – look, you're going to fake it. We still hitting you. It don't matter. So let's keep it moving. Jimmy oh, my dog is good. Hold on one second, guys. I got my wife ordered some food.
I know Jimmy Ward was balling out.
Yes, sir. Jimmy Ward did well. Niner, come here now. Sit down.
But I guess Mike's tied up. I guess the most important thing about today was, I mean, the really frustrating part was both of our losses. We had a golden opportunity to win both those games, and we just couldn't do it. And that's the most frustrating part about it.
I hear you. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be frustrated. We shouldn't be frustrated. We absolutely should. We lost the game. Hold on, the frost button. But yeah, and that's the part that hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, the game was in our grasp again. Dang, we had full control over this, and we blew it. Like, full control. All we had to do was manage the clock better, you know, get first downs, and we just could not capitalize off of that. We blew it again. Let them get the ball back. 4 minutes to go. They ran a good 4-minute offense. We ran a terrible 2-minute offense at the end of the first half. It's like you said. I think Kyle might have got beat by his own medicine. I think that's what it came down to, Tony. With that being said, though, I think we said, though, it's going to be really tough. Good luck to the next team that plays us. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, you don't want to play the Niners after a loss. Not this year. This is not the year to play this squad after a loss. I'm looking forward to this Florida trip that they're taking. I can't wait to get Kyler Murray with the dirt in his helmet. I'm looking forward to this Florida trip that they're taking, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really excited about this upcoming game. But we're going to get to all that much later. More shout-outs for the defensive side of the ball real quick for me. I said Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, that slam that he had on Ingram, that changed the whole dynamic of the game. Ingram wasn't doing no more of that tough talk after he slammed him down right there. Who else was there, man? Oh, Richard Sherman. Like I said, that heady play, even with his injury, that man showing you how intelligent he is. Shout out to Richard Sherman. He's come a long way from being somebody at the top of my I hate you list to a beloved member of the 49ers, man. Yeah. Absolutely. So is there anybody? I mean, the defense played well. Like you said, Keller Witherspoon. You can name anybody on the defense. Nick Bosa, by the way. Oh, Nick Bosa had a hell of a game. I know that he probably don't have any tackles. I know he probably don't have any sacks. But let me tell you, Nick Bosa had Lamar Jackson running for his life all game long. Y'all talk real quick. Let me take this phone call. I got a business. Oh, wait, never mind. They hung up. But yeah, man. Any shout outs to players that y'all want to give real quick before we wrap this up?
I give one to Mostert, Samuel. I mean, a lot of them, man. It's just so freaking frustrating.
You good, Tony? We can hear you still.
No, I'm just.
I understand your frustration, bro. Game was too easily blown on our end. I don't even feel like we got beat. I felt like we blew it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that was a game we blew it. And there's nothing worse than beating yourself. That's why I think I said, about 5 minutes ago, the next team that plays this should be scared. They should be really scared. Like, they should be weird. Because these boys are going to come out, show their resiliency, throw the burgers up, and then they got slew of home games. Falcons, we got the Falcons after the Saints, the Rams after the Saints, both at home. Rams on that Saturday night. And then we play Seattle on the road. It's going to be fun.
I think it's
trench time, baby.
That set week 17 game is probably going to be flexed. It's going to be the NFC West.
Hey, can they flex that game now late?
I'm not sure. I don't know the flex rules or anything like that, but I mean, look, it's the NFL, man. They got ultimate say. I don't know. I don't want to say anything wrong, but it's going to be a lot of fun, man. Guys, I am very, very sorry to have to cut this short, but like I said, I got an emergency situation going on. I do have to run.
No problem.
You drive safe over there. Tony, it looks like you're still driving too. You drive safe as well. And listen, we're going to bounce back, faithful. Don't give up. I know it's the overreaction show. We didn't do a lot of overreacting because there was too many positive takeaway from this game. I'm serious. Look, when it all comes down to it, man, if the 49ers went out there and just got outworked and outclassed and all that stuff, I would be damned.
Right.
We were prepared for this game. You know, the the reason we lost isn't due to the opponent. It was due to us. It was self-inflicted wounds. And so those are all correctable. And I'm not saying that, because what I don't want to do is be, we all hate when they don't give us credit. We hate when they don't give us credit. I'm not trying to do that at all. Lamar Jackson kept this defense spinning, especially in the first half. Them boys did not know which way to go, who had the ball, or anything like that. So I am not taking anything away from them. Let's make that very, very clear. However, when it came down to winning or losing the game, see, that's their offensive plan. But when it came down to winning or losing this game, it was self-inflicted wounds. The 49ers on the offensive side, just driving down the field and then penalty. Driving down the field, another penalty. Juice, moving, and false starts and stuff. Self-inflicted wounds at the worst possible times. We got the turnover out the way early on. We bounced back well from that. But other than that, it was just, like I said, play calls and things like that, all things that are correctable too. That's the other thing. That's why I think it's a very positive loss for us. This team is going to be okay, man. So any final words for you, brother?
Hey, man, y'all just stay tuned because we're going to bring y'all shows all week long because we headed down to New Orleans. There's going to be some fried gumbo, some shrimp, okra, some all that good stuff cooked up for y'all because we're going to go out there and you know how we're going to do. You already know.
Absolutely. And I'm ready to take this this victory shot, man. So we got to get back to that habit. Hey, and by the way, I'm going to tell y'all right now, this loss is on me. I broke a superstition. I did wear a T-shirt, all right? But when I watch games at home, I always get wings. I did not have any wings. In fact, they just got here. That was a delivery that came in. I forgot to eat wings during the game. It's this early game, and it threw me off, bro. I'm so sorry, y'all. This loss is on me. But the Niners, man, respect to these guys, man. Yeah, 17-17 with 4 seconds left in the game, and people said that we were going to get blown out. The line was up to 6.5 points and all that stuff, man. But it's all on me, not Robbie Gould, not Kyle Shanahan. I owe all of you an apology. I'll make it up to you guys, I promise. But we're going to get up out of here, man. Wayne, shout out to you and your wife. I hope y'all have safe travels, man. Y'all get back home safely and everything, all right? And thanks for the support. Look at her, 2 hands on. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you're supposed to do it, man. Y'all be safe out there, right? You guys are man. We're going to get up out of here. Prepare for glory. Anticipate pain, but always